Welcome to Hunting with HECS. I'm your host, Mike Slinkard. This week we document a true bucket list hunt for me and one that I've been dreaming about my entire life. At age 56, I was finally blessed with a chance to bow hunt brown bears on the legendary Alaskan Peninsula, and to say I was excited would be a major understatement. But then it all got turned on its head when the COVID pandemic hit us all in the spring of 2020, and that closed down the season. Alaska Fishing Game set the next spring season for May of 2021, a full 3 years after the last season had occurred. That meant even more opportunity to tag a true giant. Camp would be on a refurbished fishing trawler with custom living quarters that was positioned to have us in prime bear country almost immediately upon leaving the boat. Weather delays, equipment malfunctions, and the ever-fickle Alaskan tides all conspired to make this one of the most memorable adventures I've ever had the pleasure to enjoy. It was a true hunt of a lifetime in every sense of the word, and as always, you're going to see it all right here on Hunting with HECS.
Hunting is about getting close. Really close. Get closer than you ever thought was possible.
When you have a cameraman and you setting out in a dirt field like this, you can get away with so much with this HECS on.
You know, I was a skeptic. I'm not a skeptic anymore.
What an animal.
We showcase the science of getting close right here on Hunting with HECS.
Hunting with HECS is brought to you by PSE Archery. Arizona Archery Enterprises, manufacturers of quality archery products. Sonics, undetectable, undeniable. Victory Archery, the carbon arrow experts. Nocturnal lighted Nox, illumination that lasts for 20 plus hours. Shinex, fusing night vision and thermal in one affordable optic. Tacticam, share your hunt. Spot Hog, the world's toughest archery products. Avila Safaris, book your hunt. And by HECS Stealth Screen, the evolution of concealment.
This trip was an adventure from the very beginning. First, you fly into Anchorage, and after an overnight at a local motel, you take a small regional flight to the tiny native outpost of Perryville, which is on the extreme southwestern end of the peninsula. Preston has several of his own planes, and he was scheduled to pick us up there in a couple of hours. Just when we were thinking we might need to unpack some clothes and plan on spending the night, we heard the drone of a small plane engine in the distance. It turned out to be Preston and his airplane. He had to fly low over the ocean between the water and the fog layer, hugging the shoreline to make it into the airport. But he was finally able to shuttle us all one at a time to base camp 40 miles away. We quickly sorted our gear, then it was a short Argo ride to the beach where we transferred our gear into a small skiff that would take us out to the boat where we'd be staying. Camp was a big fishing boat that had been converted into comfortable accommodations for the bear hunters. The normal routine was to get up before daylight, eat a quick breakfast, then head out in the skiffs to cruise the shorelines in search of wandering bears. This is the kind of weather we've been hoping for. Nice, no rain yet, no wind, just about as good as we can get. All we gotta do is find a big old bear. The bears are rutting this time of year, and the shoreline had a lot of food that the bears loved. It turned out to be a very effective method to see a lot of bears, and it wasn't long before I was looking at my first Alaska brown bear. Preston spotted a bear way out ahead of us, and when we got closer we could see that it was actually two bears, undoubtedly a sow and a big boar that were in the midst of breeding. Preston said the boar looked like a really good bear, so we quickly made a plan to beach the boat a couple hundred yards away and work our way in to get a closer look. Unfortunately, the bigger bear headed on up into the thick brush before we could put our plan into place. So we marked that spot to check later and proceeded to head on up the beach. In one area, there were sheer rock walls just above a rock-covered beach. As we rounded the point near the area, I saw a weird-looking brown patch on top of what looked like a driftwood log. As we got closer, I started to make out details. I got Preston's attention, and he immediately saw that it was a big bear fast asleep. Interestingly enough, there's also a red fox laying on the rocks just above it. Bear asleep right there. With a nice sandy beach just around the corner for us to beach the boat on, we quickly decided to slip above the bedded bear and just see how big he really was.
Oh, we've got a big old bear laying over here asleep. I thought he was dead when I first saw him. He's laying asleep kind of on a log. So we're gonna make a sneak on him and see what he is. Looks pretty big laying there. So this bear's right over this little ridge. I don't know if we're gonna try to go up and shoot down on him. I'm a little worried about the angle from the way he's laying, but we're gonna go up here and take a look. We might have to go back down and come around, so here we go.
Well, it's the first morning of the hunt and I've already seen 3 bears. And now I'm about to stalk my first brown bear.
HECS is excited to offer our first dedicated outerwear system. Our new premium quality outerwear pant, coupled with a HECS hooded shirt with integrated face cover, is the ultimate HECS system for any hunting situation. You can find this system on our website as a pre-built system, or you can customize this system even further using our new build-your-own system option. The hooded shirt comes with an integrated face mask, a convenient front pocket, thumb holes, and is the perfect HECS outerwear piece for these cooler days in the field. It comes in both HECS-style camo patterns as well as a two-tone version. Brand new to the HECS lineup is our outerwear pants. These will be the most comfortable hunting pants you will ever wear, and of course, they have the HECS patented technology woven right in. They feature a super comfortable, action-cut, quiet fabric, ample pocket space, and a zippered leg pocket for your HECS accessories or your cell phone. This is a high-quality pant that replaces the need for an additional HECS layer in order to get the full HECS advantage. They come in both HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green Camo, as well as an olive brown. This is quickly becoming our best-selling system. You can check it out on our website along with other great HECS products and accessories. Don't delay. We expect these systems to sell out fast. We'll see if Mike lets sleeping bears lie right after this. Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. We're in Alaska this week in pursuit of gigantic coastal brown bears. Before the break, Mike had spotted one sleeping on the beach and made plans to stalk closer for a better look. Now, let's rejoin the hunt.
We slipped quietly up to the rock bluff overlooking where the bear had been laying less than 10 minutes earlier, only to find that he was long gone. What I originally thought was a log was actually a dead carcass of some kind that had washed up from the ocean. The bear was long gone, but the fox was getting his fill.
It was a close one. We had a bear right on a whale. We hadn't seen the little whale that was there, but there was a fox and a great big old bear sleeping. Yeah, I know. I mean, for a bow hunter, that is a dream. And we went around a point out of sight, thought we were good. But when we come back over, he was gone. I don't know. He must have heard something, smelled something. I don't know. But he'll be back, so we'll try it again. Yeah, no, he knows where that whale's at, so that's pretty good groceries right there. Yeah. First morning, we've seen 3 bears so far. Yeah. And we got a few more hours here. Oh, yeah. No, this is fun.
Later, we took a midday break to stretch our legs in a big grassy inlet where bears come down to forage. We didn't see a bear down in the inlet, but glassing up on the mountainside showed that there are no shortage of bears in the area. We could see several pairs of bears up on the hillside, and we were treated to a heck of a show watching the breeding bears go about their business, totally oblivious to us watching from below.
Super cool. Those brown bears are actually breeding up on the hill. It's one of the reasons why we come in the spring. That the breeding season's going on, so that brings the biggest boars down. It's probably see more bears in the fall, but that's why we hunt them right there. Those bears are breeding. Hopefully we can catch some of them down here on the beach too, but that's why the big boys are here right now. But pretty cool.
If you're looking for a HECS system, come visit our new website, where you have the option to build your own system from any of the HECS clothing to match your particular hunting style. or choose from one of our convenient pre-built systems specifically designed to cover you in HECS technology in every season. Our most popular HECS system is our base layer. The base layer is a lightweight semi-thermal material designed to be worn under your regular hunting clothing or over the top. It comes in the original olive green, as well as our new HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green digital camo patterns to match any terrain. The material features a highly electrically conductive carbon grid woven into the polyester base cloth. The grid blocks your body's electrical field. The suit is designed to be worn under your regular camo or over the top as an outer layer. The technology is effective either way. All complete HECS systems include 3 pieces. These essential pieces include a HECS pant, HECS top, and HECS head cover. You may use any combination of appropriate HECS products to achieve the goal of covering as much of your body as possible with HECS technology. The shirt is a quarter zip Henley with rugged serge stitching, embroidered HECS logo, and thumb holes. The form-fitting pants have rugged serge stitching throughout, and the heavy elastic waistband and cuff ensure they stay in place. They also feature a convenient fly. The head cover has a hemmed eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the HECS hat, our versatile multi-rag that can be worn in a variety of ways, camo gloves made of a lightweight, stretchy material in matching camo, and a heavyweight over-the-calf sock. And of course, all of the accessories have the HECS grid woven right in. Order right now and use the promo code to save on your order of a complete HECS suit. Visit our website to learn more about our full line of clothing and accessories, as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering. There'll be a lot more bear action, no pun intended, right after this. Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. This week, host Mike Slinkard is prowling the beaches of southwest Alaska with his bow in search of massive coastal brown bears. He's seen plenty of bruins so far, but he's holding out for something special. Now, let's get back to the action.
The next morning, we were back in the boats, and just as it started to crack daylight, we spotted a huge dark-colored bear working his way around a small inlet. We beached the boat way ahead of the bear, hoping to move towards him and then set up along the edge of the beach as he hopefully sped past us. But as I was about to find out, brown bears can cover a lot of ground really quickly. By the time we climbed out of the boat, the bear had already traveled 300 yards around the head of the small bay and was probably only 200 yards away. We moved quickly towards where we last saw the huge bruin, but the beach was covered in slippery rocks and was pretty noisy as we tried to close that last 80 yards. I thought the bear had already made his way up the trail, but suddenly he then appeared right in front of us at 30 yards, heading straight towards us. Having been in this position many times with black bears while wearing HECS, I fully expected the bear to turn broadside and hesitate, giving me time to draw and make a good shot. But to my surprise, he almost immediately turned and bolted full tilt into the brush, giving me no opportunity to shoot. Yes, I could have easily shot that bear head on. However, that's a very low percentage archery shot, and on something as big and dangerous as a world-class brown bear, I just wasn't going to take the chance on a bad hit and potentially put the entire crew in danger. But this bear's reaction had me very puzzled. After over 12 years of experience with HECS technology on a myriad of other species, including a whole lot of black bears, I no longer expect the immediate reaction that we saw with this bear. Soon I noticed that Preston didn't have his HECS face mask on, so I asked him if he was wearing the HECS underlayers that I had given him at the beginning of the hunt. He admitted that he had forgotten to put them on that morning. That explained for me the unexpected reaction of that bear, and in a weird way it made me feel better about the encounter. Preston apologized profusely, but he didn't forget his HECS the rest of the trip. Well, I may not have got a shot, but that was still an adrenaline-filled encounter and exactly what I came to Alaska to experience.
If you're looking for a HECS system, come visit our new website, where you have the option to build your own system from any of the HECS clothing to match your particular hunting style. or choose from one of our convenient pre-built systems specifically designed to cover you in HECS technology in every season. The original HECS suit is very lightweight, breathable, and versatile enough to be used in almost any hunting situation. The HECS systems consist of 3 pieces. These essential pieces include a HECS pant, HECS top, and HECS head cover. You may use any combination of appropriate HECS products to achieve the goal of covering as much of your body as possible with HECS technology. All HECS hunting products are now available in our new HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green digital camo patterns to match any terrain. The material features a highly electrically conductive carbon grid woven into the polyester base cloth. The grid blocks your body's electrical field. The suit is designed to be worn under your regular camo or over the top as an outer layer. The technology is effective either way. The original pants are cut similar to sweatpants, with an elastic waistband, elastic cuffs on the bottom, side pockets, and a convenient fly. The pullover shirt features thumb holes, serge stitching, and an embroidered logo. The head cover has a hemmed eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the HECS hat, our versatile multi-rag that can be worn in a variety of ways, camo gloves made of a lightweight, stretchy material in matching camo, and a heavyweight over-the-calf sock. And of course, all of the accessories have the HECS grid woven right in. Order right now and use the promo code to save on your order of a complete HECS suit. Visit our website to learn more about our full line of clothing and accessories, as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering. Mike's Brown Bear Hunt continues right after this.
Well, today we are on one of the most beautiful places in the world. We are on the Alaskan Peninsula. A lot of people call this place Jurassic Park. I've been told that by everybody that's ever hunted with you. I've got Preston Cavner here from Cavner and Julian. One of the best bear outfitters out up here. And boy, I tell you what, this place is unreal.
We've already had a lot of fun.
Oh my God.
The last couple of days.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I mean the bears that we've seen, and I mean, this is just beginning. It's just been phenomenal. I mean, I kind of knew they were big, but when you get close, holy cow, these things are impressive. They really are.
And we got to about 30 some yards to one bear and had a front on shot, and then the bear was looking right at us. Had another bear on a sea lion that was we found dead there on the beach. But it's been fun having you up, and we're looking forward to the next few days.
The Alaskan Peninsula is an incredibly special place. We were surrounded by the high rugged peaks of the Aleutian chain. Extreme remoteness and desolation are some of the words that come to mind when trying to describe this country, but at the same time, the beauty is simply stunning. All that surreal scenery reflects on the ocean teeming with wildlife of all kinds. We didn't get to see whales on this trip, but seals often followed us around, curious to see what we were up to. Wild birds were our constant companions as well. From bald eagles to ducks and shorebirds, there was always something wild to look at. Through it all, that image of the big bear asleep on the carcass that we finally figured out was a dead sea lion haunted my thoughts. It was our plan to check that area early every day, and soon we were nearing that area once again. After our earlier encounter where the bear had given us the slip, we guessed that the sound of the small outboard may have given the bear warning to our approach. So we decided to switch tactics and beach the boat before the cove containing the carcass and approach quietly on foot from above. Unfortunately, just as we beached the boat, the bear appeared on the ridgeline directly above us and was already headed back to bed on the brushy mountainside. We weren't even close to being in position, so we didn't have any other option but to try to cut through the draw and get in front of this bear and hopefully catch him as he crossed through. Well, as we saw earlier, a brown bear can cover a lot of ground in no time. And before we could get all the way up the draw, he came over the ridge above us about 80 yards out. I could feel a light breeze blowing directly at him, and soon he got our scent and bluff charged a few steps. Man, listen to those vocals. Then he started down the hill at an angle. He paused briefly at 50 yards in the open, but it just wasn't enough time to get an arrow sent in his direction. What an incredible encounter, and unfortunately the wind just got us stuck. But it did confirm without a doubt that this was a bear worth hunting. With the obvious age in his face, we nicknamed him the Dinosaur, and he became the main focus for me on this hunt. That evening, we decided to set up on a trail heading into the carcass and try to ambush him on his way in.
So the seal's right down here. He comes up and down this chute right here below us. It's about 25 yards max.
Well, once we got up there, we discovered that to set the trail, we had to put ourselves on a narrow 3-foot wide hogback between the draws with a cliff off one side and a near vertical face off the other, and the ocean to our back. If the bear showed up, he would be under 30 yards before I even saw him, and point blank if he does anything other than go straight to the carcass. This was definitely the sketchiest thing that I've ever done in my bow hunting career. We have a new sponsor called HECS. You know, the HECS product line has some amazing new features that are completely rewriting the book on affordable night hunting optics. We're able to offer the HECS product line directly to our customers through our sister company, Nick's Hunting. Through the nickshunting.com website, we can offer you the best prices available with free shipping, as well as some special incentives that no one else can offer. So log on to nickshunting.com, that's NYXhunting.com, and learn more about this amazing technology. This trip had so many cool encounters and close calls that we decided to do something that we rarely ever do here on Hunting with HECS, and that is to continue it into the next episode. If you think we had some great encounters in this show, you haven't seen anything yet. In next week's exciting conclusion, we have even more intense encounters with some of the largest predators on the planet. Also remember, if you haven't yet experienced the benefits of HECS technology, you owe it to yourself to give us a call or go online and get your own HECS system on the way. You know, we have tons of new products to choose from, so you're sure to find the perfect system for your personal hunting situation. But whatever you do, don't miss next week's exciting conclusion. And as always, we'll be out there pushing the limits and bringing it to you each week, right here on Hunting with HECS.
If you have an amazing HECS encounter you'd like to share, give us a call or go online. If we use it on the air, you'll be in the running to win an exciting hunting trip with the HECS crew. You can find out more on our website. While you're online, make sure to take a minute and check us out on our social media sites as well.